A boxing round, as you all know, is 3 minutes long. We've seen more than that between Barry Ritholtz and Donald Luskin on Jimmy Pethokoukis' a.k.a. Jimmy P's great blog. They've been boxing over the economy. I'm going to give you boys 3 minutes, and then I'll let our others jump in. Barry Ritholtz.
Yes.
Big retail sales number today. Does that blow the lid off of your subprime contagion theory?
Absolutely not. You had an early Easter. You have a big inflation. You back out all the things that have gone up so much in price, and essentially you have a flat number. So no, this has nothing to do with this.
Don Luskin, Alan Greenspan apparently is recanting. In his latest speech for Nomura out in Tokyo, he said there isn't going to be a recession because the global economy is going to deliver a soft landing for the U.S. Your thought?
Hey, look, I'd like somebody to pay me $150,000 to fly first class to Tokyo to change my mind. That's a hell of a gig. Where do I sign? Who cares what the old man thinks at this point?
What do you think about the young man, Ritholtz, on the finest blogger for sure, but the greatest pessimist also?
Well, as much as I support the right to bear arms, I am very much opposed to the right to arm bears, because I think Barry Ritholtz is going to kill me for what I'm about to say. Barry, I have no choice but to remind you of your call in January 2006, where you called for Dow 6800. Yes. You called for the S&P to fall 30%.
Correct.
And it was because of all the same bogus garbage about the indebted consumer and the housing bubble and the trade deficit and the poor jobs, the hamburger flippers, and all this stuff that you blogged about all week on Jimmy P's blog. And all of this stuff has no salience. It has no predictive value. It's always been wrong. It does not work. It's led you to make horrible predictions, whereas last year I called the bottom in June one day before. I've been bullish all the way up. I called this correction one day before on February 20th.
Let him respond. Donald, let him respond. Mr. Ritholtz.
First, before the 6800 call specifically said we will make new highs in the NASDAQ, Dow, and the S&P before the correction. That's how tops are made. You make a new high.
Well, what correction? When you say before the correction, did some correction actually take place,
That's
Barry?
at thestreet.com. There's a piece, thanks to Noah Blackstein, named it The Cult of the Bears. It's all in print. It says, here's where we're going to go before the market corrects.
Are you a perma-bear, as Noah suggests?
I'm not a perma-bear. Look, I was on the show last June, around the same time Don was. We were very bullish. I got increasingly bearish as the fall went on, and you saw what actually happened in February. Right.
That was your 2006 price target.
Do you think the USA is going into recession?
I think the odds of a U.S. recession have moved up from 40% to 60%. I don't think Greenspan is right. I think that it's a slow-motion slowdown, and as we see housing continue to impact other sectors, the consumer will slow down. Business capex just isn't there, and that's what will lead to a couple of quarters of 0 to negative
take us out of this boxing, because as Bob Pisani reported, gold hit a new high, or at least a recent high. Copper is strong. Commodities are strong. Oftentimes, inflation is what ends prosperities. Is that going to happen, Don?
Yeah, that's been my call all along. I'm waiting for a top. The point is we're just not there yet, and when it does come, it's probably not going to be any 30%er. I mean, at least he's not saying Dow 5000 like that guy from PIMCO. Dow 6800, I guess, is vaguely within the realm of sanity.